What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank y'all so much for joining me. This being my Hot Top and social commentary 8 p.m. live show. It is Thursday night, y'all. I have to put my phone on silent, y'all. My phone just went off right before I went live. Thank y'all so much for joining moi. Genesita should be joining us shortly. So once we get to Genesita, she'll be able to read the comments for us and we'll be able to get to it. And Bianca is here. What's going on, BB?
Hey, hey.
Thank you so much for being here, my love. So, a couple of things I want you guys to do before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. Takes less than a second to mash that thing, youngins. So go ahead and mash it for our brother. Also, be sure to leave a thumbs up for this video. Let me know you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out on my channel. Also, be sure to leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the various topics that we'll be discussing on tonight. Also, be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. So excited to be here tonight. Don't have as many topics as I typically would have. So I don't know exactly how long this video is going to be, but we will get through it. Of course, as always, I like to give my condolences out if anyone has passed away, anyone of importance has passed away. I like to do that first. So legendary Italian fashion designer Giorgio Armani passed away earlier this week. I'm not too familiar with Armani. I'm more on the Louis Vuitton, Fendi type thing, but I know Armani is really, really big. And it seems like he had been active almost right up to his passing. So my condolences to his family and friends. And also, social media content creator. Well, no, not sure if he was a content creator per se, but he was really, really big on YouTube and Twitter. Rolling Ray passed away this past week as well. I've seen, of course, I know of Rolling Ray. I've seen quite a few of his memes and clips and things of that nature. He was on a catfish sort of type of show on MTV. I can't remember exactly the name of the show, but it was something about like bullying online. And so someone wrote in and said that he was bullying them online. But anyway, so Rolling Ray unfortunately passed away. There had been rumors like a long time ago that he had passed away before, but I guess it has now been confirmed. So my condolences to his friends, family, and all those who supported him as well. It's so sad whenever I do this, I'm always reminded how precious life is and how we all need to appreciate every single second that we have here on this earth because you never know. You just never know. Um, Bianca, how are you doing tonight?
I'm well. I'm good. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I am feeling great. I'm feeling awesome. I'm not
You
exactly
just
sure
shocked
what I'm
me.
going to do. What was that?
I said you shocked me with the Rolling Ray. I didn't know that. I missed that one.
Yeah. It happened earlier this week. I'm not exactly sure because I had seen a post that was saying that he might have passed away, but then once the shade room posted it, I was like, okay, so it must be for real. Because a lot of times shade room doesn't put out just random gossip. A lot of
Right.
times they put out real stories, and that's typically where I get a lot of my stories from. So yeah, there's that. We're going to start with a story that we spoke on actually last week. So Yelena Ostapenko, who, as we spoke on last week, Taylor Townsend, after Taylor had beaten her in their second round match at the U.S. Open, said that she was uneducated and wait till she gets outside of the U.S. And so Miss Yelena Ostapenko, she released an apology this past week explaining that English is not her native language. And when she spoke of her not being educated, what she was speaking of was tennis etiquette. And her issue with Miss Townsend was that a lot of times when players warm up before a match starts, I guess the players typically start on the baseline, and Miss Townsend has started like up near the net. And apparently, Miss Ostapenko had taken offense to that. Apparently, she thought that because tennis is really all about etiquette. There's a lot of pomp and circumstance when it comes to tennis. There's a lot of, it's very old school. Like a lot of things don't change in tennis too often. And so when they do things certain types of way, it's expected that everybody does it that particular type of way until the end of time, I'm assuming. And so I guess Miss Townsend does things differently, but I would assume that this is not the first time that Taylor Townsend has started her warm ups up near the net. But I guess this on top of the fact that Miss Ostapenko lost was sort of kind of a whole culmination of just her rage and her upsetness of losing the match and all that good stuff. But she released an apology. I haven't heard Taylor Townsend's reaction to this apology, but I'm sure she would be just as classy as she was right after in her press conference, right after the match had ended, after the whole entire incident had initially gone down. But I guess I can understand Ostapenko's apology. I understand that, when I guess she could have used the word etiquette, or she could have used the word what's another word she could have used? She could have used the word I can't think of any other word that she could have used, but I understand why she might have said educational when she's thinking you haven't been taught the proper way to warm up with all the other players on the. So I get it. I do get it, and at the same time I do understand that she was frustrated, but at the same time we have to be good losers as well as good winners. And if you can't be a good loser, you probably aren't a good winner either. Bianca, had you heard of this apology? And what do you think? Like, do you believe her when she says it's a matter of language barrier and she didn't mean to say that the girl was uneducated? Because I feel as though she did not mean that she was uneducated. That's what I'm thinking. But what are your thoughts on this whole situation again?
Well, for the apology, was it a written statement or did she come out and do like a video explaining this?
It was a written statement that she posted on her Instagram.
Okay. So that means it could have been doctored up or somebody could have written a statement for her. Because I was going to say, if you can
Right.
do all this explaining, then it would have been easier for you to just say you have no etiquette versus saying you're
Hmm.
uneducated.
Right.
If you could sit up here
Exactly.
and write a whole explanation, that means you know how to say etiquette and you know what it means. But
Right.
she said it was a language barrier. She apologized for it. She told her reasons why. So the only thing we can do right now is take her at face value and just believe that she was telling
Absolutely.
the truth.
That's really all that we can do.
Hmm. It would be interesting to
Right. I think
see.
there's a little bit of a delay, Bianca, but
Okay.
I'm sure it'll catch up.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Bianca's going in and coming back out. But also, a prominent preacher by the name of David E. Taylor. David E. Taylor was arrested along with other executives on his board. If you guys do not know who David E. Taylor was, there was a viral deposition that came out some years ago, maybe 10 plus years ago, of a preacher who was speaking of his finances. The lawyers who were in the room were bringing up the fact that he's buying Louis Vuitton this and Fendi that, and all of these expensive type things that he's been purchasing. Um, Hold on, I'm trying to bring Bianca into the room. Hopefully she comes back. But anyways, this man, he was doing a deposition. I'm not exactly sure what charges he was coming up against at the time. However, he was being asked about his spending habits, and he said, he buys Louis Vuitton this and Fendi that, and Armani this, and this and that for my clothing or whatever. But anyway, so it has come to the attention of the authorities that he was running essentially somewhat of a call center sweatshop where he had people on payroll to get donations from people in America, and they had ridiculous quotas to in order to meet as far as dollar signs are concerned. in order for them to, do what it is that he's trying to do with this money. I'm not exactly sure what his purpose was or whatever the case might have been. But anyways, so David E. Taylor, as well as some of his cohorts, have been charged with fraud. Apparently, these people who were working in these call centers were excommunicated from their homes, from their families, and things of that nature. All of this is alleged, of course. But I knew when I saw that deposition, I absolutely knew that this was not going to be the last that we heard of this man. And I'm not surprised whatsoever that he has been indicted on charges of fraud and things of that nature. And so, hold on. And so it's not surprising to me that hey, Bianca, I'm sorry when I tried to bring you back in and I pressed something else, and it was something crazy. But
No,
anyways, I'm talking about David E. Taylor. He is a preacher who has been arrested for fraud. He had, I'm assuming he had a mega church of sorts. I've never seen the outside of his church whatsoever. But he was the preacher who was doing that deposition that sort of kind of went viral, like maybe like 10 or so years ago. He was talking about all of his Armani this and Louis Vuitton that, and they were asking him, why are you spending all this money on just clothes? Well, he has been arrested as well as some of his executives for fraud, amongst other charges. He apparently had this call center where he had people working to get donations for his church, and they had these extreme quotas that they had to meet, and they were deprived of communication with their family and friends, and apparently apparently they were told that they would not be loved by God if they did not get these quotas and things of that nature, and very money oriented. And when you go to a church, I always tell this story. The first church that I joined after I left the church that I grew up in, after I joined the church, I had lost my job at Target, and one of the elders of the church came up to me and said that your type has, gone down quite considerably. What's going on? And I told him, well, I lost my job, and he said, oh, okay. Well, once you do get a job, make sure you're typing. And this church had 1,000 plus members in it. So I don't know exactly how it is that they noticed little old me, who was a new member to the church. Like, I don't know how this came about, but apparently they are, nitpicking on who's giving what and who's giving, whatever the case might be. So if you go to a church and something like that happens to you, that should definitely be a red flag. You got to understand that God is not all about money. God is about saving souls. God is about bringing people to Christ. And when I saw this deposition by David E. Taylor, hey Genesita, thank you so much for joining us, boo. When I saw this deposition by David E. Taylor, and he was talking about all of the luxury items that he was purchasing just for everyday things, I knew that would not be the last time that I saw this man. And thankfully, the authorities have caught up with him. Took them long enough, but apparently they had to build a case on this man. And so just be aware when you're going out looking for houses of worship to go to and join, because a lot of times you can tell if they are very money oriented or more soul saving oriented. And so that there's that. Bianca, had you heard of this arrest? And what are your thoughts on any situation like this that you come across?
when you get too big for your britches, see,
Mm-hmm.
he was out there scamming and carrying on.
Scamming.
And he thought that nobody was going, he was too good. Nothing wasn't
Right.
going to happen to him. So he kept going and kept going, got too greedy and kept going. And of course, the only thing they want to do is get you to a point where they can have their good felony charge, their real good one that's going to keep you out there
Right.
for a while. And then that's when they stick it to you. They had been watching this man the whole time and knew what he was doing. They just let him keep doing it just to build that case. So kudos to the law.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When I saw that, I was elated. Elated. Genesita, how's it going? How you doing, girls? I see the bun is still intact. It's made it a couple of days, a couple of more days since Monday. It's still there. Not sure how much longer it's gonna last though.
God bless you. Um, doing all right. Happy to be here. With that story that you guys were just talking about, these stories have been out for a while. I don't know if y'all remember Vicky Yohe. She's a beautiful Caucasian young lady that sang songs of Zion. I know there's a song.
Don't make me laugh.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay. She sings that song because of who you are. I had to Google her real quick.
Okay.
Who she dated him at one point.
What?
And and she even went on Larry Reid spilled a little bit of tea, you know what I'm saying, like that. She was talking about it for a long time, but of course nobody was really listening to her about the abuse and stuff like that.
Not
Is he
surprising.
the one when the people came into church and took his stuff? Is that the same guy?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Oh.
All I remember is that horrible deposition and his horrible hair.
Horrible hair. And I don't know if you guys saw his mugshot, but the hair ain't changed. I'm surprised he got as much hair as he does.
I think he holds on to it to say he has hair because he doesn't want to be bald. Anywho, but for him, yeah, these accusations have been flying for a long time. When I saw that he finally got arrested for what they were doing, I was kind of surprised. It's like, wow. It took them a minute, but it sounds like they really had to get their ducks in a row because they didn't get a whole lot during that deposition or things of that nature. Sometimes cases like that, you have to really build up people's courage to actually speak out. I think that was the only thing that might have been missing from the last times they tried to get him. People ready to speak out. And I'm sure you talked about all the accusations of people working a bajillion hours, not being able to eat, just all that stuff. It's just really disgusting. And doing that in the name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. It bothers me that a man would use his spiritual clout here on this earth to gain riches, buy boats and stuff, but not a hair transplant. So I think that the best thing to be done in this situation is for him to go where he needs to go. I love this season. Candido, there it goes. I love that in this season that God is truly doing a whole lot of letting the truth fly free, honey.
Okay. I appreciate the freedom. I really do.
I'm here for you. Robin is here.
Hey, Auntie Robin.
Hey, Robin.
She said, I is here too. Lovely Cherokee. 100.
I love that name.
I love that name. She says, hi, JoJo and Bianca. Hope you're enjoying your day thus far, child. Let me stop. I ain't gonna tell y'all about my day. That's my Monday time. Anyway, nice seeing you both. I'll be listening, preparing dinner. Yes, that's how you listen. Enjoy yourself, sis.
Thank you so much for joining us, Miss Cherokee. Love that name again.
Yeah, lovely Cherokee. I love that. Veiled Vibrations is here, and he said, "Good evening and happy Friday's Eve." You got it right. I'm excited.
Hey, Tyrone, great show this past Wednesday, by the way. I loved it.
Hey, Tyrone.
Wasn't it good?
It was.
I had to let him know. I was very happy that he felt free to say all the things that he would have sat here and told me. He was letting it fly free, being his prophetic behind. I'm very excited about him. Y'all go ahead and join Unveiled Vibrations. Lovely Cherokee says, hi, Robin, and everyone in the chat. Robin says she released a non-apology apology written by a publicist. Who?
The Yelena Ostapenko, who said that Taylor Townsend was uneducated. She said that it was a language barrier type situation. When she said she was uneducated, she meant like the traditions that they do. Like when they do warm-ups, they typically start on the baseline. Apparently Miss Townsend started near the net, and she got her panties in a bunch about it, and so that's what she meant.
But that's the problem, though. There's no need to get that upset over something that small.
Right.
So it has to be more.
I'm sure her losing to the woman had a whole lot to do with it, for sure.
Anyway, man, I love the Cherokee said hello to the mod, which is Mr. Unveiled Vibrations himself. Robin says Austin Pankow. I'm sorry, meant what she said. I ain't making no excuses for no one. You got that right. Ooh, Miss Tammy.
Hey,
Hello.
Tammy. So glad to
She,
see you, boo.
she said, please, that was damage control, not an apology. You got that, not even kind of an
Right.
apology. We just playing in people's faces at this point. Miss Kim.
Good evening, Miss Kim.
She says, she was using English, not her native language, as an excuse. We're not
Okay.
buying it. Absolutely.
Not
Okay.
at all.
I didn't purchase it.
Okay.
Robin says the uneducated remark feeds into the white supremacist trope that is now front and center in America. Agreed. And that's
Mm-hmm.
exactly how I took it.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Kim says, so off topic, but too short, is on Celebrity Family Feud. Wow.
I hope
Really?
they got them censor buttons ready and ready to roll, honey. Okay,
Because we
because
know his favorite word.
Okay. Yes.
Hold on, let
And
me.
you cannot say that on ABC in the daytime, honey.
Okay. I need Tyrone like a Family Feud. Hold on.
He got them people in there lit tonight. I know he do.
I'm sure he does.
Okay.
I don't get what the draw is to Family Feud. Like that show is so boring to me, but yeah,
Really?
it
I
is
don't
what it
like
is.
it. It's
People like
hilarious.
it.
Have you
It's
seen their
pretty.
funniest clips?
And I don't think I have. Maybe I
You've
should.
got to. And
Yeah,
also, what I always like, nah, we have to remember who they asking these questions to.
exactly.
Now
Because
you know they ain't talking about no red beans and rice on that. Okay, go ahead.
they had Jennifer Hudson and another celebrity on there, and the question was, who are the top R&B groups of all
Taraji
time? Do
Henson.
you know the Spice Girls were on that list? The freaking
Once,
Spice
once
Girls.
I'm trying to tell you, you have to think about who answering these questions.
The
Because you
Spice
know who it ain't.
Girls. Okay. It ain't us. It ain't us, y'all. Okay. And there was
No
some other
shade, but
random.
you have to just remember what we're talking about here.
Right,
Right.
right, of course. But when I saw that, I was like, the what?
Both of them, they was like, who?
Okay.
It was her
Oh,
Taraji.
what? Look, but it goes based upon these random people. That's why the show actually works because
Yeah.
you don't know what these people thinking. Robert says not buying it at all, Miss Kim. Lovely Cherokee says, "Wow, shaking my head, JoJo. Absolutely." Miss Kim says. It's really bold to check a church member about their tithing or lack thereof. You tell them your story, Jonathan.
Yeah, I told the story. I surely did. I
Well, I'm
surely
just
did.
happy Jonathan's eyes opened when that happened. I was like,
They did. Like this church has over 1,000 members. Okay. So how did y'all find little old me in your records to see the history of my
shows how much
tithing?
you're paying attention.
And then they
Child.
knew who you were by name.
Because he just joined.
I
Yeah.
had just
Out of
joined.
all those people, see, you should have told them off in the house of the Lord. You
I
could have
should
Uh,
used
have.
that for bang bangers.
It's
Excuse
like,
me. How
yeah,
about
never
you
coming
get
again.
another dollar? How about that? You ain't get that was okay.
Not another dime.
Praise the
But
Lord.
you know what? I don't care how good the praise and worship is. I don't care how good the pastor is. Just remember everybody that, desires to go to church. Don't let these people try to govern your money. That should be
Right.
between you and God. No,
Exactly.
don't y'all do that. Okay. Lovely Cherokee says, hi, new panel guest. Hey, uh, can't
That
see your
that that's
name.
that's my sister Jennifer, Light of the Leo, the Light of the Leo. That's my sister, y'all.
Okay. Wait, what's going on? Don't tell me that. So, what's funny is that both of our mouses and stuff like that are like chargeable and stuff. I really
Um,
hope this thing charged up because I think both things died. Oh, we
oh,
good. We
oh.
back in business, y'all. Everybody calm down.
I'm
Anyway,
calm.
Lovely Cherokee says, I remember her. Yeah, you remember I hope that's when they were talking about Vicky Yohe. Yeah. And she's laughing. Oh, thank you for feeling like we funny. That's nice. Lovely Cherokee says, JoJo, I love your channel and panel guest.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I love that you're here with us. I always love seeing a new face in the comments.
Okay. She says, facts. Unveiled Vibration says, no, the fake Bishop Whitehead forehead.
That's the one with the people to rob. Yep. Okay.
Who's currently serving over 10 years in prison. But hey, that's federal time, honey. Federal.
Wait, he is serving? I didn't know he went in.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he went in because he was sentenced to like almost 10 years, I think.
Praise God in the heavens, because some people, they don't need to be out there in these streets taking money from people. But yeah, he's the one that had the robbers run up on him in the church to take his chain and such. That was a crazy situation. Lovely Turkey says, I'm listening. She also says, JoJo, my dad named me Lovely. Oh, I guess because of him. Okay. It's a name. See, now I can hear Tyrone listening to us. Okay. I must hold on to. No, it's a really a lovely name. I love that.
It is. It's beautiful.
Unveiled
Vibration. One named Lovely on Hell's Kitchen. One of those seasons. I can't remember which season it was, but yeah, it's a beautiful name.
I bet she a real sweetheart. Mm-hmm. Unveiled Vibration says, thank you and shout out to my live and replay squads. Thank you for your support. You're welcome, Tyrone. Love it, Cherokee said, what? What you cooking? I want to know what you're cooking. Robin says, Family Feud is boring, but but reincarnations of Match Game and Majors are a major snore. Well then, Splice Girls, not Spice. No. JoJo, ooh, yes, come on now. Lovely Cherokee says, JoJo, remember, you're chosen.
Thank you. Thank you. And by the way, I'm the biggest Spice Girls fan that you will find on this planet Earth, y'all. Like, I've been listening to them since I was growing up, but on the list of R&B groups, no. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out.
But you're correct to feel the way that you feel, Jonathan, because that is some absolute foolishness. Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
And they would even say R&B. They would say that too. Unveiled Vibration says, thank you for joining us tonight, lovely Cherokee. God bless. Lovely Cherokee says, okay. Oh, okay. Hi, Jennifer. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you too. She also says, JoJo, you're welcome. I love being here when I can, even though I'm supposed to be preparing dinner. Yeah, I was like, you're doing a lot of.
I'm not upset. I'm not affected.
Lovely Cherokee says, Jennifer, you're going to make me cry. Thank you for your warm welcome. Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome, girl.
You're welcome. Lovely Cherokee says, what? No, that part, JoJo. R&B. Yeah, that's what's crazy. That is what's crazy. We can move on and move forward.
Wonderful. So I just want to hit this topic and quit it, but I must announce to the world that Miss Cardi B has been found not liable for that frivolous, ridiculous lawsuit that wannabe security guard. Well, she wasn't wannabe. She was actually a security guard. That the security guard was suing her for what, $24 million, if I'm not mistaken.
24.
And I love how legal analysts are praising Cardi B for her time on the stand. She is the perfect witness. When you literally have the jury in the palm of your hands, laughing when you're not even intentionally trying to be funny.
Child.
Cardi B was just being Cardi B. She was just being who she was. I saw Ronnie the Voice talking about the case, and he said Cardi B was up there like she was just talking to one of her homegirls, and that's exactly how it was. That's exactly how it was, and I had a little bit of fear, just the slightest bit of fear, that she might have had to cough up some money, but thankfully she didn't have to. And even during her press conference after the verdict was read, she said, don't go after that woman. Don't go talking bad about her on social media. Don't do any of that bad stuff because she does not deserve that. Just let her go on about her little life. Let me go on about my life. So Cardi B, class, top tier. She elegance. It's just Cardi B is just everything to me at this moment. So I am
Amazing.
so elated that she was not found liable, and that woman's lies were exposed. Jennifer, Bianca, your reaction to the verdict?
Personally, I knew that everything was going to go all right once the plaintiff's uh, attorney was like, okay, so like any number, you know what I'm saying? Oh, 100,000, just you could pick a number at this point. Basically saying you could pay something. You could I mean, it doesn't have to be the 24 mil, you can pay a little something, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was trying to bargain
Sure, yeah.
for anything. I didn't hear that.
That's
Wow.
that's that's when I knew for sure.
Mm.
Okay, we ain't paying nothing. Go ahead, Bianca.
Great job, Cardi B. She did an amazing job with that one.
She did.
Again, sometimes sitting in court and listening to cases can be so long, drawn out, and boring. Not that one. Them people was probably getting up looking forward to coming to the court that day.
Okay,
I
popcorn
would
in
have
hand.
been. I would have been
Popcorn
ready.
in hand,
Was
honey.
ready.
Okay.
And I just don't know what this lady thought she was gonna get out of it anyway. Now Cardi B know we ain't gonna leave that lady alone. We ain't gonna leave her alone.
Okay.
When she said, and then she did the smartest thing. She created CD covers with the memes that were taken from the trial. I said, you know what? She did
Capitalize.
that.
Is
She did
is
that.
that Tyrone that just shouted out?
No, not my house.
Oh, okay. It's okay. I'm not offended by it. I was just saying, like, Tyrone just speaking out all loud. What?
No,
What,
I will.
Jennifer?
What you in here for? Hey, man.
Bianca, I was going to ask you if that was your man, but I'm not going to do that to you on live. I'm not
we
going to do
ain't
that.
gonna break it out.
We going to do that. We ain't going to do that.
Okay, let me do these comments real quick while we laughing at Bianca. Okay. Lovely Cherokee says, I appreciate your love. You make it easy, sis.
You do.
Robin says, how is Michael? Say hello for me, please. I'll make sure to say hello. He should be feeling really great. Today's Beyonce's birthday, so he should
I
be
forgot.
flying high.
How did that fly across my mind? It is September 4th. Okay.
It is.
Okay.
Robin says, definitely a security guard, but a wannabe millionaire.
Emphasis on wannabe,
And
okay? Because she ain't
tried it.
never gonna be.
That's another way that I knew this wasn't gonna go nowhere. Y'all see them pictures? And she said, well, I took pictures right afterwards, but those pictures were on the phone that I no longer have. And then the picture that they do have, it just looked like her face. Anywho, Miss Kim says Cardi is hilarious. She can easily transition to a sitcom, rom or movie. To be honest, I'd much rather see her in reality. Not like love and hip hop reality, but I want to see her day to day. I'd want to see that. Because, it's just nothing, no reason for her to feel like she has to conform to anything. I just want her to be herself because she is just everything by herself.
Yeah, I don't want to see Cardi B being restricted to a script. I really don't want to see that at all. I would love to just see her on her own, doing her own thing on her own time.
Documentary. That's what we need. Documentary.
That's what we need. Absolutely.
So we won't, yeah. Anyway, lovely. Cherokee says, Unveil Vibrations, thank you for the warm welcome. I appreciate you. I know moderating is a job. Keep being you, 100. She's sweet. A lovely Cherokee says, you're speaking facts with humor. We try.
Thank you.
Miss Kim says, jury duty is only as interesting as the case. I was on the world's most boring case. Well,
yeah.
When I was on jury duty one time, I got to listen to somebody I didn't get put on a case because the case got like thrown out or something. Because when they started the case, we could kind of see like the police talking to each other, like one's on the stand and dude's all the way over there in the back, and he's like, Like,
wow.
we were looking at this. The case
Not
got
coaching on the stand.
while on the stand. The case got thrown out because they did not file their evidence correctly. So the evidence was sitting on a detective's desk for days.
Wow.
Now all of a sudden this is put into the ledger days later after the situation.
Child.
No.
That's what I said. So the judge was sweet enough to let us see somebody get sentenced. It was amazing. I
That is
loved it.
awesome.
Because the dude was begging. He's like, I'm a father, you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And then the judge was like, you should have thought about that. You should have been a
Yep.
father while you were stealing.
Stealing.
And he apparently had some chances. Okay, anyway, moving on and moving forward. Lovely Cherokee says, wow, I'm hollering. She also says, JoJo, I can't with you. Miss Miss Robin says, I'm asking Bianca Edwards, who was that?
Somebody just gonna get knocked upside the head if he come do it again.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, whoever that may be.
Whomever that may
Okay.
be.
Unveil Vibration says, hey, if you're enjoying this live tonight, please remember to smash the like button and share buttons and stuff like that. And if you are not a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Join us. Yay! Lovely Cherokee says, Bianca, I see your Falcon shirt. I have roots in GA. Okay. And did you have my niece to just call me? I'll call her back. Ooh, well then. She so you must know her niece, apparently. Okay. Lovely Cherokee says facts. Robin says likely a chain of custody issue not filed improperly. Yeah. Yeah, I believe, I don't know. We'll see. I recently studied the rules of evidence for torts.
Wow.
Okay. Lovely Cherokee says, I love it here. No sugarcoating.
Okay. We ain't got to. So
Ain't no need.
Shout out to Ms. Kim for asking if I was going to talk about this topic. And I really hadn't even thought about it until she texted me. I saw the story earlier this week, but Kelly Price went live this past week. She has an issue with Black women who are dragging her for her styles during her performances. And Kelly Price says, while you're looking for another job, I'm still getting booked. I'm still at theaters and at locations and still getting this money, in her body and everything. Her face was, she just look real good. You know what I'm saying? But, Kelly Price has an issue with Black women who have issue with the way that she's dressing during her performances. And here's my thing. And to add on to this story, Clarissa Shields was addressing gay men who are talking to her about the way she dresses. And she was like, you dudes that want to be girls, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to worry about yourselves and, not be so focused on me. And, what we do as gay men, we try to help y'all out. Like we try to give you advice so that you can, upgrade, what you do. But here's my thing. When you're in the limelight, when you're in the forefront, and when a lot of people, multiple people, not just your friends, family, and loved ones, see you in public, there is going to be a lot of chit chatter, a lot of yang. You know what I'm saying? And so I understand why these videos were put out. I get it. I can't imagine how frustrated I would be if all up and down my timeline, all up and down my comments, I'm seeing nothing but, ooh, you look trashy. This where'd you get this from? Did you get this from Ross? Is TJ Maxx had a sale? I understand. We just don't need to hear you coming out and speaking out your frustrations about it, because we can understand, I'm glad that R&B divas didn't come out in a time where we were so socially active, because them wigs that Kelly Price was wearing during R&B divas was a fool, honey, a plum fool, child. So, I get it. I get it. And with what Clarissa Shields said, like she didn't say anything necessarily derogatory towards the LGBTQIA plus community, but I can understand her frustration with, gay men who are coming after her for the way that she's dressing, the way that she's looking, the way that she's presenting herself. Like, I get it. I do get it. And I have no issue with you expressing your frustrations. It just comes with the territory of being in the public eye. It comes with the territory of you being in the public eye. So, these are trolls. These are people that are trying to get under your skin. What would I do? I'd block and move on to the next comment. Like, I wouldn't even read. I probably would read the comments because, that's just the type of person that I am. But, when you know that you're going to see a lot of that stuff, like, it's got to roll off your back. Like, you got to get to a point to where that stuff does not affect you anymore. And I could understand Clarissa Shields, who was newer in the public eye, but for Kelly Price, who's been in the game 20 plus years, like, I would expect for her to understand that this comes with the territory. But anyways, Bianca, Jennifer, do you want me to call out one of your names specifically from now on? Okay, Bianca, what is your reaction to not only Kelly Price, but Clarissa Shields speaking out to those who have something to say about the way that they present themselves?
Well, for Clarissa Shields, she needs to latch on to one of those gay guys that was trying to give her advice because they dress and look better than she could ever on her best day. So that's what she need to do. I'm done with her. That hooker can go.
Hooker.
Kelly Price, she could have been in on that Rashida prank phone call because I ain't never heard nobody talking about they going to see no Kelly Price. Not now person I know. I haven't heard of anybody. I haven't even heard of a concert even being here. Ain't nobody even joked about it. So what is she talking about? She's selling out stuff. Where's she selling it out at? The jailhouse or something? She going to perform for the inmates? Because I'm confusion. I am confusion. And while you talking about black women, when your behind went so-called missing a couple of years ago, it was the black women that was trying to look for you and help find your behind. But since you want us to leave you, we're going to leave you where you at. So go missing again and see what happens. They pissed me off. Both
beautifully said, Bianca. And eloquent at the same time, honey. That's why we got you on the show, child. Genesita, what are your thoughts? I saw that you agreed with quite a bit of what Bianca had to say.
Absolutely. First of all, for Clarissa, she's the easy one, right? Okay, we know you're an athlete. You are, you're a strong woman. And, just because you like a dress does not mean that those dresses or the outfits are good or complimenting to your body. So it is good to have somebody around. They don't have to be gay, but the people that are telling you what, could help you, it's for assistance. No one's trying to shade you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, if I was in the eye like that, for every event that I would go out for, I would make sure I'd have somebody.
Come on.
Like somebody. Mm-hmm. Like somebody. Like I'd call up Miss Kim, girl, like I need your help.
Okay, because Miss Kim
I need your
assistance.
I need your assistance. How does this look on me? I'd rather ask, does this look good on me than to say, let's go out, let's go shopping. I don't have the money for all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But it is disappointing to see, like, the one dress that I saw on her, it looked okay, but it just wasn't its best. Was one of those dresses that she copied. Not, it was, I think she was just paying homage to Beyonce. It was just a really nice dress, but it looked really nice on Beyonce. I'm not saying it didn't look nice on her. I'm just saying we over here, it's Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. No one wants to do that. Don't compare. We don't want to put comparisons out there. Do something for yourself. Do something your own. And you're a boxer. Put your thought process in the boxing and leave the dressing to the people that know how to do it real good. I'll keep that there. Now, what was her name again? Why am I calling her Kim? Kelly. I knew it was a K. I saw what she was wearing on that stage. I was very disappointed. She should have had, I say this as a larger girl. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
She needed some undergarments to maintain everything that was going on in the center regions,
Oh, yes.
because it seemed like she was trying to use that small belt to do that, and it was not covering enough for that to happen. I believe, to be honest, I don't think her outfit was bad per se. I really think if she would have had like a good what's her name? It made me think about Cardi B. Put on my faja. If she had a good, corset situation, something that smoothed her out real nice,
Mhm.
I don't think as many people would be saying as much as they were saying. I don't believe her outfit was horrible, but
Mhm.
it's just the presentation didn't come together as I think that she would have liked it to come. Because let
Right.
me tell you something, if I knew my fat would hang over a belt like that, no, we gonna gather this together. I'm not gonna be able to breathe all that great, but we gonna get this together because I'm about to be on stage. Okay,
Right. I need to look
shoot,
presentable.
it's like getting dressed for church. Put your undergarments on.
Right.
Okay, have everything together. Don't be jiggling.
Right.
And that's what she was doing. So this is why they were coming at her the way that they were coming at her. No one's going to get at you for your size, but what you got going on, it can be controlled with a controlled top.
Well, Jennifer, people will get at her about her size. Like somebody out there will get
I
at her.
don't care about her size. There's a way
Right.
to do it. There's a lot of big people out here that can cinch themselves up together real nice and even give
Right.
themselves shape. Shoot, there are men, drag stars, that know
I
how to
was
give
just about to
themselves
say that.
shape.
I was just about to
And to
say
be
that.
honest, I don't know if y'all know, but the girlies out in Africa, they use pads and stuff to, in them dresses, be
Yeah.
woo. You know what I'm saying? They use
Right.
padding as well. So it's like there's ways to do it. And she could have, I don't care if she was only wanting to use clothes from out her closet. That's cool. But make it look as good as possible. And I believe she missed the mark on that one. She don't have nobody to tell her, girl, no, apparently.
So something tells me Kelly Price does not have a gay man in her life. Like the gays really don't ride for
Well,
her
she's
like
been
that. Like she don't
disrespectful.
I was
have a
just
lot
about
of
to say, yeah, I
she
agree.
don't have a lot of gay fans. Like, she's not gay. I won't say she's not gay friendly because she has I don't think I don't remember her saying anything necessarily derogatory towards the
Yeah.
LGBTQIA plus community. But
But she showed
she's just not a good Judy. You know what I'm saying? Like
but
she
she
doesn't seem
showed
like a
her
good
behind
Judy.
on that show. That
She
that
sure
made that
did.
turned everybody off,
She
including
sure
me.
did.
Yeah.
Right.
Got my husband talking about who's being combative now.
Yes.
And that's the thing. She
Yes.
always has an opinion about somebody else. I remember this one social media time span where she was always in the blogs about something that she
Oh
said,
yeah.
but you're upset when somebody come at you. You can't be the dig it, not take it type of person. And you
Mhm.
selling out arenas, you should be able to afford somebody to have you some decent clothes in your life. There's no excuse.
Right.
How she went in on black women, that was just ridiculous. Because what are you saying? It was only us, and no white woman said nothing to nothing. Everybody just love you. Like, girl, stop it.
But it's the black women that say the things so that they show, because they care. If they didn't care, they wouldn't be talking about how raggedy you look.
Right.
That just is what it is. We try our best to show love, and we tried our best to get people together when need be.
Right.
And you need a moment, sis. You need a moment. I'll never. And she's supposed to be in the business for so long. You know what I'm saying?
That's why
Well,
I
she
said you've
has.
been in
What
it
have
for
you
like
learned?
20 plus years, girl. You're not new to this, girl. You should be true to this
Should
thing.
be. But no, apparently you don't care how you present.
She showed
And
up.
I guess we'll leave that. And then apparently she doesn't have enough people that's, I guess, feel comfortable enough to say what needs to be said.
Mm.
Anyway, moving on and moving forward. Lovely Cherokee says, I cheer for the Falcons. Woo! I don't. I may live out here, but I don't, sis. I'll go to a Falcons game. I'm trying to get out to one possibly. But as far as cheering for them, I don't know. I think it's do you cheer for them, Bianca?
I don't.
Okay.
They
Uh,
disappoint me. So
yeah, I think they disappoint the when okay. I don't know if y'all remember that game. Y'all know that game, the Super Bowl game where they
Right.
lost.
Yes. Because
I
they were in the lead for the majority of the game. And
we went we were watching the game at a friend's house that's about in Latonia, and we all the way over here. Child, that ride back home, we were in Marietta at the time. From Latonia to Marietta,
ooh.
the highway was bare.
wow.
It's like people just wanted to stay in and drink. Okay, moving on and moving forward. Anyway, Unveiled Vibrations. Bianca, I thought you were done with handing out Nuck If You Buck chicken baskets. Miss Roberts says, my skills aren't limited to HR. We know that.
Okay, we know that for sure.
Lovely Cherokee says, hi, Miss Kim. She also says, wow. Miss Kim says, Kelly is selling out 800-seat venues. Sis, please humble yourself and hire a better stylist. What, she had one? But okay. She looked like, oh no. She looked like a wide back receiver in that black outfit.
Not a wide back receiver.
Oh. Oh. I'm trying not to say anything about big backs. But lovely Cherokee said, God loves everyone. We can't change anyone. That's his job. You got that right.
Right.
That's how we keep from going crazy. Understanding that part, we can't change
Right.
everybody. Miss Kim says Clarissa can't dress either. She definitely needs to hire a stylist. Definitely, because she ain't got nobody on the team. Lovely Cherokee says, Miss Kim, wide back receiver. I might need a seatbelt in the kitchen for that one. Miss Kim says, I didn't know she was still touring.
My point.
I had no idea either, child. None.
Oh, Lovely Cherokee says, all due respect, I agree. Referencing, they will show one how to dress. Yeah, I say they're different. I don't like the little, the title X. Oh, the gay. Oh, like the gay. Okay. Feel me. My first cousin was. Rest in peace. Oh, he was a sweetheart. God bless him.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Absolutely.
Avell Vibration says, Kelly, go back to your room. Log off now.
Go there, Kelly.
Lovely Cherokee says that part, Jennifer. Miss Kim said the suit looked bad because she didn't have the proper foundation for garments. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
She needs the proper foundation. That's all she needed.
Something to hold you together, girl.
That's all she needed. It doesn't matter if you couldn't breathe that well. You would have to take short breaths, but at least you'll look presentable. I'm not going to say good, but presentable would be it. Unveil Vibrations. So she forgot the girdle. She forgot her girdle. Yes. Lovely Cherokee says, sorry, my son was ringing. Had to answer his call. No worries. She said, true, Jennifer. Miss Kim says, Kelly is going to end up like Brian McKnight, unable to sell $50 tickets at a small casino venue. Lovely Cherokee says, Jennifer, sorry, and Bianca, they'll get it together one day. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So some people don't believe fat meat is greasy. You know what I'm saying? Some people believe they're doing good. Miss Kim says, I'm not even sure wide back receiver is a real position. It sounds good. I like that.
It's not the wide back receiver. No. Wide receiver, yes. But you're on the right track. You were on the right track.
I like wide back receiver. I like that.
So this last story is more for me than it is for anybody because I love anything LGBTQI related. So August Alsina's partner Zoo actually came out this week and confirmed that he and August Alsina are in fact in a relationship. And he had to speak against rumors that there was some grooming going on because there is a bit of an age difference between the two. August Alsina is, I believe, 33. and Zoo is in his early 20s, and apparently they
Oh, that's
met
not
when
too bad.
it's not bad at all, not to me, but people on the internet, they go crazy for things, and
Or
they're
an
always
age
going to
gap.
speculate, right? An age gap, any type of age gap, they're going to have a problem with. But Zoo, had to say that there was no grooming involved. August actually said that Zoo lied about his age when they initially met. I don't know if Zoo knew that August was interested in him, whatever the case might be, but of course, there are a lot of people on social media that are coming after both of them. A lot of people feel maybe duped by August Alsina presenting himself as possibly heterosexual when he was literally on national TV saying that he was loving a man. I'm surprised that it took them this long to confirm that they were actually in a relationship. I know that the pictures that they had been putting out, of the fact that Zoo was putting August on his TikTok all the time, and seeing them, kind of hugged up together a little bit, laying in the bed together. The only thing we haven't seen them do is kiss, which I'm still waiting on, to be perfectly honest. I still want to see that. But anyways, that's just me. I just love to see men kissing. But anyways, so I'm happy that they both felt free enough to confirm that they are in a relationship. I hope they get married one day. I hope they live happily ever after. I hope that, they just live a happy life together. And I'm glad that they don't feel like they have to hold back anymore. And Zoo had to say, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to get August permission to do what it is that I want to do, because August trusts me. And so to me, I just personally think that they make a beautiful couple. They are two very attractive Black men. Zoo looks like he mixed with something else. I don't know what exactly Zoo's ethnicity is. But they're two. I was going to say colored. I don't want to say colored. There are two Black men that I feel as though look beautiful together. And I think people just really need to get off of their case. Just let them live in peace. But, like I said, with Kelly Price and Clarissa Shields, comes with the territory. People are going to be yip yapping and yin yanging about your life all the time when you're in the public eye. And when you're in a situation like August Alsina, who did not come out initially when he first started his artistry, did not come out as a same gender loving man. So of course, there's going to be some black backlash that comes along with it. And I guess in a way, August hasn't technically come out and said what his actual sexuality is. So still leaving it a little bit ambiguous, causes issues with some people. And I understand why some people may have that issue, even though there's probably zero chance that he would want to get with you per se. But hey, people gonna have their opinions on these celebrities and the way that they live their lives. But once again, I'm just so elated that they've actually come out and confirmed that they are together in a relationship. I knew it from the time that August did what he did on The Surreal Life. I had a feeling that was the case, and I'm glad to see that actually is the case. So I'll start with you, Jennifer. Did you see this story? And I caught you off guard, didn't I? Did you see this story? And what are your thoughts on Zoo and August being together and confirming to the world that they are actually in a relationship?
I didn't see the story, but that's wonderful. It's nice that they felt comfortable enough, or ready. I think that's the better word.
Yes.
That felt ready to go public with it. But this is what gets me about women.
Come on with it, girl. I know you about to speak some truth, honey. I know you about to speak some truth, girl.
So while I was while I was working one day, we were all having a conversation. Okay, this
Mm-hmm.
girl, we're out in the ATL area. Okay, and she
Mm-hmm.
said that's the problem these days. All these men gay. Ain't no men for ain't no men for us. And I'm like, so you want to be in a relationship with somebody that doesn't find you attractive?
Mm.
No, that's what I'm saying is. So what are you saying? What are you saying? Do you want a gay man? Would you like the man that you get to find you attractive? So I think it's crazy that women feel that way, but then again, I do understand there's a possibility that they've been lusting for this man for a very long time, ever since he was talking about no love or whatever. But
Okay.
my thing is this. Okay, I think I was about to say, were they this upset with Luther? But it's not like Luther actually came out. So
He
we
never
just leave that
did.
alone.
And I
But
think the fact that he never came out made it easier for women to
to
still be lusting
fantasize.
out of him.
But
Yeah.
but listen, but just like you said, Jonathan, as if there were a chance as if they were a chance. Like,
Have you
come
seen
on.
Zoo? Do you see what level of fineness that man is on, honey? He's at a 10. My love.
No, here I'm not even thinking about the man that he's with. Let's keep it funky. You over here off in the corner cubicle down in down somewhere in South Carolina, hoping and wishing that August Alsina will see you one day when you walk out to go to Walmart.
It ain't gonna happen. You're not in the same proximity.
You don't even live. So yeah, the outrage is pointless to me. It's
Very.
absolutely pointless. If this man is not in your vicinity and you have not made your points clear that you want him and there's a possibility that he can want you, then you can be mad. Okay?
Right.
Be mad then. Everybody else that's just been fiending for him ever since he had them songs out back in what? 2012, 2010, something like that?
Mhm.
Let it go. Let it go. I'm over it. God bless.
Cool. Bianca.
This is the type of story that I hear and tell the people now, y'all need to go and mind y'all business and leave folks alone.
Right.
This is one of those stories. Leave that man alone. I honestly thought that they came out already.
Me too.
I thought they was already out. So I didn't even know that this was a thing because I didn't see this story either. But even still, leave that man alone. Let him go be happy.
Okay.
You don't
And
feel
if
it when he giving it or getting it, so leave it alone.
Okay, say that one more time, Bianca.
You ain't feeling it when he giving it or getting it, so leave the man alone.
Thank you.
ain't never gonna.
No.
Ain't never gonna.
And what
And
you
let
said earlier, Jennifer could never get nobody to like him if he wanted, if he liked women in the first place. Let that man be.
oh God. And no, just like you said, even if he liked women in the first place, it still wouldn't be you.
It wouldn't be you.
At the very end of the day, honey.
Regardless, man, we outrage about the stupidest things. Well, not me, because I'm happy, but
But we as a
like,
people, though, we as a people,
yeah,
yeah,
I think we just like to. I think we just like to fuss and fight and be upset for no reason, and also I believe that the Instagram space is just a negative space altogether. People
absolutely.
just like to be mean there,
Mhm.
which is why I'm mostly on TikTok for the upliftment and joy and baby farting videos. I like that. Um, oh, but yes, thank you for telling us that story. Though I didn't know he came out.
You're very
Out
welcome. Yeah, you would think with all the pictures that they've had out together that
the
it would be
pictures,
obvious,
the
but
surreal life.
yeah.
Like when people feel bold enough to talk like that, and see that just lets you know how crazy people is. Because instead of just taking him at his word and believing it, because that's how he felt. Because a grown man don't talk about stuff like that and be playing around.
Okay,
That's not what we play with right there. The
niggas don't do
sexuality
that
thing.
out these days.
Niggas don't do that. So you should have believed him when you had your opportunity to get rid of the notion that he may possibly get with you. Oh, Miss Kim says maybe August is bi. I doubt it. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
You said that with such
Did I
emphasis.
say it
I
too
doubt
fast? I said it
it.
too fast.
You
I'm
said it
sorry.
real fast, girl. Real fast.
The reason why I say it is because first of all, we've never really seen him with women.
Besides Jada.
And now that if anybody was being coerced, it was him.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like
Slow.
you have a point there.
Okay.
But I think this is the time for everybody to get their long toy and start pretending.
Okay.
Lovely. Cherokee said, some people too judgmental. Yes. They need
Mhm.
to live their life and leave others alone. Live and let live.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Miss Kim says, I hope Jada I hope Jada isn't sliding in August DM. She need to leave that young man alone.
Okay. It wouldn't surprise me if she was, though. I mean, with her track record, but
I can I tell y'all something?
tell us.
I don't trust that woman. I don't trust that. I don't trust that woman for nothing. Something
No,
ain't right over there.
they
And
all
you were given all of your opportunities,
that is
and
true.
then after in living color, a different world. What were you doing? Random
Mm.
movies. What's going on?
Well, she was in the Matrix. She
Yes, she
replaced
was.
Aaliyah.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks, Aaliyah.
she wasn't set it off as well.
Yes, she was. Giving her her props. They are due.
She was in
But
Nutty
after that,
Professor, and she was on Woo. But hey, this after that, it kind of fell off.
kinda,
Yeah,
it fell
well,
off the cliff.
yeah.
All right. Um, Unveiled Vibration says, one more entanglement. Stop it. Lovely Cherokee says, true, JoJo. People are opinionated. Agreed.
Very.
Lovely Cherokee says, say it, Jennifer. Thanks. She also says, JoJo, you're a mess. You said a 2 snaps and a 10. Okay, yes.
Okay.
She was laughing at you, Bianca. She also says, it's so sad. Some people have time to judge others. They need to remember you never know who you'll need.
Hmm.
Okay, see, that's the lesson that Kelly Price missed.
Okay. Burning all them bridges, honey.
Lovely Cherokee says, Bianca, long. Yes, it
No.
is. Um, but yeah, that Kelly Price get me upset. This made me want to go watch old videos of the R&B divas just so I can get mad again.
Okay. Right. But anyways, let's get on out of here. Bianca, could you share with the people your social media contacts if you would like?
It's Bianca Edwards everywhere. It's Bianca
I
Edwards.
still ain't made it.
It's okay.
It's okay, Genesita. Jennifer, if you could share with the people your social media contacts.
I am the light of the Leo. Where's that? There we go. I am the light of the Leo. You can follow me at my YouTube channel. I go live every single Monday at 9 p.m. to decompress. Come together with me so we can enjoy. Also, catch us on Faithful Warrior Ministries. Yes, we may have great conversation, but at the root of all of this, we do love King Jesus and them, and
Mhm.
we have a good time praying and um, putting a face of Christianity of people that we live in this world, but we love Jesus too. He protects us and keeps us, and we want to make sure that you're protected and kept as well. Come join us on Faithful Warrior Ministries, and we're come together every Saturday, every single Saturday. I don't care if it's just a 2-minute thing because I'm out here traveling out in these streets. Every Saturday at 10-ish a.m. Okay, Jonathan, your turn.
All right, you guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. And my Cash App is $Jonathan Lee07. That's $JONATHANLEE07. Thank y'all so much for joining us for this Hot Topics and Social Commentary video. I thought this was a great show, you guys. Thank y'all so much for
Amazing.
joining us. Thank you all for all in the comments, Miss Kim, Robin, lovely Cherokee, Tyrone, all y'all in the comments. Thank y'all so much for joining us.
She said she'll sub to each one of us. Thank you so much. You're so sweet.
Thank you, lovely Cherokee. I appreciate that. And tell all of your friends, family, and loved ones about JoJo Speaks. We always have a great time when we're together. And I love you guys for watching. It's the communication from the comments that really keep this show going. So thank y'all so much for joining us. Make sure you join us next week. Same time, same place, same beautiful faces. Until then, y'all have a wonderful, safe weekend. Stay cool out there. Love y'all for watching. See you on the next one. Bye, guys. Am I ending this one, Jennifer?
No. I got it.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.